see if we are live. I hope we should be. And indeed we are. Right, I'll just link it on there. Right, there we go. Post it on Facebook. So we should be good to go. Give it a like as well. So then, good evening, everyone. Bit early than usual, but this is it. The final round of what has been probably one of the best seasons we've ever had in this series of the FTR BTCC Blueprints of STDAsh84 Design Season 17, the final round, coming to you live at Goodwood. I am Sean, and joining me back in the booth is the two-time champion of the series, Liam McEwen. How are you doing today, Liam?
I'm good. This is the day we've all waited for, the final 5 contenders. I know you've basically been restless waiting for this. You were so excited, so hopefully
Indeed.
It lives up.
Yeah, hopefully it does. Bit of a, as we said earlier, it's a little bit early than usual, and that's because we've got our 5 championship protagonists here in the interview. We're waiting to get interviewed before qualifying gets underway. So. I don't know. Well, actually, before we talk with them, we'll mention about the points. So, as Liam just absolutely bins it the chicane. Oh, there's a lovely stuff there from Triangle reversing across the track. So, anyways, before I digress, the points looks like this then. So there's been some changes in the points prior to the Blue Moon. Some penalties for dishes out. And we'll explain that later after we've had these drivers' interviews. But Lewis Edwards is the championship leader. He is on 200 points exactly. He is 6 points ahead of Xavier McIntosh on 194. Then defending champion Chris Clements on 193. Twan Volbrecht, who has been on fire the second half of the season, 191 points. And then Ethan Graham, his teammate, on 184. Realistically, Rob Schauler can mathematically win the championship, but he needs an absolute miracle. He is 33 points away from the leader, Lewis, on 167. But I think what we saw last week at Blue Moon, he kind of he'll be the first one to admit that he's not going to be fighting for the championship and definitely going to help out his teammate. Also for the team's championship, it's very close in that. Ford Mondeo lead the way, 375, followed by the Vodafone Nissan Racing on 361, and Team Dynamics of Piper and Clements on 332. Vauxhall Motorsport 213, Williams Renault 194. Good to see Leon Welsh back again. No Ash Sharp though, unfortunately. He's busy working. Volvo S40 181 and Honda Racing on 148 as we see Sauer stopping at the start-finish line. So, let's get the drivers' interviews then underway then.
I guess I'm starting.
Well, yeah, because my mum just came into the room, so I had to hang my mic off.
Okay, I'll get the first question going. We'll start with first in the standings, Lewis Edwards, who's out on track, currently fastest in the session. So you've obviously won this 3 times. You are very casual about all this. You don't really care.
I do care. I'm just quiet.
Yes, you don't express it as much as others, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Is this going to be the hardest championship you've fought for? You're in a 5-car scrap, usually it's been 1 or 2 fighting for the title. Is this the hardest one?
Yes and no. I mean, I like the car, but no, I don't like the car, but the car's fast. So it's that kind of relationship, but it has been hard with the drivers, and I'm glad there's more to fight with.
Yeah, you've been one of the most penalised through the seasons. You've had quite a bit
Thanks.
of adversity. We look at, Bathurst as a prime example. We don't have McIntosh and we don't have Clements, so we will move over to Twan. You didn't have a great first half of the season. You looked like you weren't quite gelling with a Mazda. It wasn't quite there. But the second half of the season, you've been on fire. You've been one of the biggest point scorers since. Has something clicked with the car? Is it just you've gotten back into form, or is it a bit of both?
I've changed from going to automatic to manual.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Didn't even know that at all.
No.
Wow.
I'm driving on pad.
Oh, you're a pad driver. That I did not know.
Neither did I. I thought you were like a wheel user.
Nope.
Hmm.
Ah. So
Casual
Edwards isn't the
TS4.
only pad. Oh, nice. So yeah, is it the car? Is it just all down to the manual gears, or?
Well, after the third round, so the first round when I went back into the championship, I figured out that the car needed to not shift on the minimum of the bar, but like just rev it out as much as you can. Gain a lot more speed. Decided to just go a little bit of my own way. In the first bit of the season, I thought let's follow the BMWs. Didn't quite work out for me. And yeah, the last couple of 2 rounds did work out, so I'm happy where I'm standing and I'm going for the win today.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Hope, well, don't crash the pit wall though, Tron, that'd be quite nice. We would just see that there on the stream.
I'll sure not do that on the stream again.
And
maybe in qualifying, but...
Oh well, hopefully not. Hopefully not. We want to see a nice clean end to this championship, for sure. And shall we have a chat then with Ethan, your teammate Tron? Let's get him in.
Do you want to ask a question, Sean, or am I continuing?
No, you're going to continue because I'm crap at asking questions.
All right, yeah. So you set 5th in the standings, Ethan. You're the one who will have least eyes on him. Do you think that helps you? Obviously, you're still a contender, but the others might start focusing around them, looking at McIntosh and Clements and Twan. Will that help you?
If I'm honest, I don't think it's going to make a difference if the eyes are on me or not. End of the day, we've been doing this long enough. We all know our strengths and weaknesses. I know my weaknesses. Sometimes I'm prone to making a mistake. That's happened before. It hasn't happened much this season, which I'm grateful for. I'll probably just jinx myself because I'm probably going to smash it into the barrier at some point this evening. But I didn't even know this. Sean only mentioned it earlier. I hold the number of, well, the most amount of wins at this circuit in this series. If you weren't, obviously now that you're not racing, Liam. So I've got that going for me, but I'm against formidable competition. I've got my own teammate to deal with. I've got Lewis, who is on the brink of being the best driver in the entire series. And then you've got also Matt McIntosh, who is, been fast all season in that BMW. So if I'm honest, like I go back to what I said here. I don't think it makes a difference if the eyes are on me or not.
Okay, and we now have Chris Clements in the party, so we can
yes, indeed we do.
Ask him his question. So Chris, you are the defending champion. After all those seasons of trying, you finally got it. You sit 3rd, just 7 points behind Edwards. How badly do you want the back-to-back titles after so much trying? Yep, we can hear you. Perfect. Do you have anything else you want to say or ask, Sean?
Well, Chris, I hope you win your second title for the giving me a red face now. So, thank you. I don't think we're going to get McIntosh in the chat here. So I'm just hoping to see all 5 drivers have a clean fight to the championship. We don't want to see like a Max or Lewis situation, but we just want to see these 5 drivers go at it, hard race and nice and clean, and just see who's going to come out on top as the champion.
If he turns up.
Indeed we will. I think that would probably be it for interviews. I still don't think McIntosh is going to join. So we've got about 5 minutes to go, so we need to talk about end of the stipulations there. So I think thank you all to the 4 people, the 4 championship contenders, Bard and McIntosh as well. So yeah, good luck everyone of you that's competing. And as I said, language, and Lewis, and let's see a nice clean fight between all 5 of you.
Thank you very much, Sean.
Hi then. So no worries. So hopefully when these guys will maybe leave to maybe get themselves concentrated and all that. Yep, there goes Ethan and that. So you know, there's so many stipulations in this championship, Liam. Like as you said, I think it was like normally when a championship is like this, is normally like, you know, 2, potentially 3. But when you have roughly 6 people fighting for the championship, there's so many outcomes, there's so many stipulations. You know, we'll definitely have to. It'll be whittled down for sure after race 1, and then see where it goes from here.
Yeah, normally we're watching these final rounds and it's just a straight head-to-head, where's this person versus where's this person. But now we're going to have 5 drivers to look on, and the tyres are going to make a much bigger difference, because someone might have a race 1 set of mediums, but they're going to come back in 2 and 3, so...
Oh, Chris' voice wasn't shared. Oh well.
Ah, okay. But yeah, it's gonna make life for us a lot harder that we're gonna have 5 to look out for, not just the season 15 when it was Chris versus Lewis, the just straight out head to head in race 3 of who finishes higher. It's gonna be much harder to look out for.
By the way, you usually can all leave the party now if you want. It's fine now. We don't want to like put you off by like our shouting and what have you. So there goes Chris. I think Lewis will probably leave too, as well as Tron. So yeah, there we go. If they know how, yeah, there they go. There goes Tron. Now we'll just wait for Lewis as he's spinning off turn 1. And there we go. So it's just us 2 in the chat. So yeah, now before we get qualifying underway, I did say, I think it was last week, it was only like 2 points between Edwards and McIntosh. There has been some changes to that as well, and that was in race 1, you know, this new guy here, Everett Van Til, who made a pretty big impression, so to speak, at Blue Moon after all the contact he did with Lewis and with McIntosh as well. He had concurred a 5-second penalty. He did finish, I believe it was 5th, I think it was, in the first race, but then got demoted down to 7th place, I think it was. Yeah, he was he was in 6th place. Sorry, he finished officially across the line in race 1 in 6th place, but was demoted 5 seconds, so that put him down to 7th place, and Edwards gained that spot because of the contact that he had there. So Edwards gained a point there. For race 2, McIntosh made contact with Van Til, and that concurred him McIntosh a 5-second penalty, and he finished 4th in race 2, and he ended up being 6th, so he lost 3 points out of that. So instead of having 13 points, he went to 10 points after race 2, so hence why the gap is now 6 points between Edwards and McIntosh. As you were saying, with the last 6 races here, we were mentioning about Volbrecht, that he has been on fire as Everett's trying to split the 2 Ford Mondeos together. Like, I mean, as we mentioned there, Volbrecht has been on an absolute tear in the second half. He has got 101 points over the last 6 races, which includes 3 wins, a second. Yes, you know, on the super soft tyres that he's raced in, you know, racing on the super softs, he's finished no worse than 2nd in those 4 races. The medium tyres, you know, obviously they're slower, so he's going to finish a little bit bad. McIntosh, he scored 80 points in the last 6 races. Ethan Graham has scored 77 in the last 6 races. Chris Clements, who hasn't had the fastest lap, who hasn't had a pole position in those 2 meetings, he has 73 points. Schauler has 69, and Lewis Edwards, the championship leader, has only got 66 points. So out of all the drivers there, Edwards comes into the last round here with the least amount of points scored in the last 6 from Bathurst and Blue Moon.
Yeah, and you're mentioning Volbrecht being on form. 101 points in 2 rounds is a very, very good points return.
Yeah, that's
Usually
the average of 50.
Yeah, to be a championship contender, you need to average sort of 40 to 45 every round. But for him to be averaging 50 in the last 2 is very, very good. And as you mentioned him, he's actually gone purple in the practice session by 2/10 over Edwards. The Mazda is working very well.
Yeah, definitely some confidence is Tron there. But it kind of surprised me what he was saying about he switched from automatic to manual.
Yeah, I didn't think with his pace that you sort of could be that quick with automatic gears. I thought they were just too limiting.
Oh.
And I didn't even know he was a pad driver.
No, neither did I. The way that he's been racing in this series, I didn't even know that as well. I also put Sharp's name on there too because obviously our Sharp isn't racing tonight, but he's had a very good second half of the season and he scored 60 points out of the 2 meetings. He's only 6 points behind Edwards.
Yeah, he had that pretty good race 3 at Bathurst where he got second on the podium. And I mean, it can go either way for Ash. Sometimes he's, you know, in very good form, sort of, you know, upper midfield results, or he sort of just gets into these slumps where it's back of the midfield, but he's in pretty good form right now, so it's a shame he's not going to race tonight because he's working until late, so it's a shame, but we'll see him in season 18.
Yeah, and definitely we will. So, coming in, this track here, Goodwood, you know, we've been here twice, season 12 and season 15. Both of them have been very carnage, very frenetic. And I think you're the best person to speak to because you are the most winningest driver at this track with 3 wins. You've got a 50% win ratio. So what's the secret around this track?
If I knew, I could tell you. I didn't realise I had the most wins here until you said it, but it's just the sort of first half of the lap, especially sort of around St Mary's and that bit, sort of halfway through, that's all very flowing. You've got to like lead to the right, into the left, and then get good momentum through left to do the sort of double apex onto the back straight. And then the chicane is huge for lap time. It's the first corner isn't too bad. Obviously, a good run is necessary to get the speed all the way down to St Mary's. But it's just, it's the type of track I like. Very fast, very flowing, corners leading into one another type thing.
Yeah, indeed. So this is it then, the qualifier, the last round. Look at them all revving their engines then for the last round of the championship, and looks like it is going to be McIntosh that's going to come out first. There he is, just making his way out of the first corner. Now, McIntosh has got a very good record when it comes to the season finales since his since he made it full time from seasons 13 up to, well, season 16, is that he's got 3 wins out of the last final rounds of like seasons 13, 14, 15 and 16. So he's got a good record in final rounds. However, his record at Goodwood is not very good. His best place finishing has been 6th place on 4 occasions. And actually, I think he made his debut at this track when he was driving a BMW in season 12, when he was driving for WSR.
Yeah, but I don't think we've been here since he's made the switch to wheels, so it could be totally different. But one thing that the likes of might be an advantage for, say, Clements and McIntosh is they have teammates that seem to be willing to help. Schouler has straight up said his objective in the last round is help McIntosh win the title, whereas you look at the Mondeos, they're both fighting for the title, so there's not going to be much help between them unless, say, Graham doesn't have a very good round 1 and slips back a bit. Then he might switch his attentions to helping Volbrecht, but they're going to be fighting against each other rather than BMW teams.
Yeah, I was just about to say that there. It's obviously, you know, when it's just one driver fighting for the championship and a teammate helping another, but when you got both teammates fighting for the title, I mean, is there going to be any sort of give and take, or are they just going to straight out go for it?
They might if one's quicker than the other and they're sort of being held up or something, or if one's on mediums and it's ahead, they might just sort of not put up a fight. But if it's like now they're both on super softs, if they're fighting together for the win or a step on the podium, I don't think there's going to be much give or take between them.
No, definitely not. Also as well, the medium tyres could also play a part in this as well. The 2 Ford Mondeo drivers, they've got to use their final set of mediums in race 2. As well as McIntosh, as well as Clement. So you got 4 of the 5 going to be using the medium tyres in race 2. However, Edwards could be at a bit of a disadvantage because he's got 1 set of mediums for race 3, the finale. So you could have to say Edwards has to do some stonking 2 races. Basically, he's got to do 2 wins here, and then he's got maybe a bit of a cushion come towards the final round where he's on the slower tyre.
Yeah, he's got to maximise his race 1 and 2, because he probably knows that come race 3, he's not going to be able to fight if his 4 rivals are all on the super softs. So, but he has a history of being quick and then finishing average. So, but he definitely needs to make the most of these 2 races.
And also one thing to note as well, when it comes to the season finale from seasons 13 to 16, he doesn't have a good record. He's only had 2 podium finishes, in which one of them was a win. So he so he's not quite good at the final rounds, but hopefully, this could turn around for him. He's purple though in sector 1. He's only 19 thousandths slower than McIntosh this time, who currently holds the pole position. Clements in 3rd. Then you've got Ethan Graham in 4th position. Not a good lap time then for Volbrecht. He's down in 9th place, 2 seconds down. So he must have made a mistake, possibly the chicane, because I did see he was working with his teammate. I also mentioned as well, we do have a new driver here, TG Kerma. Unfortunately, he doesn't want to share this as surname, but there he is out on track. There he is in the pit. So nice to see we've got a new driver coming in the series. So that's all the merrier. But anyway, we've got down to about a minute to go then. So let's see what McIntosh can do. He doesn't improve. Neither does Graham. I want to see what Lewis does because he was setting purple times. Schauler improves to 14.4. And Edwards does not improve, so he's got one more lap then to do to try and find at least 200th of a second to get that pole position, and crucially another championship point away from McIntosh.
And as it sets, 4 of the 5 contenders are in the top 4. Volbrecht didn't have a good first lap, but he was quickest in practice, so he'll need to nail this lap, and then we could have the 5 contenders, the top 5 on the grid.
Yeah, that'd be quite fitting, isn't it, to have the qualifying. Has McIntosh actually had the pole position yet? We've had 5 different... Oh, yes, he has. We've had 5 different pole winners. Yeah, it was at Spa. We had Edwards in round 1 at Brands Hatch, McIntosh at Spa, Schauler at Catalunya, Volbrecht at... there he is there. Volbrecht at Bathurst, and Ethan Graham got the pole at Blue Moon. So we could have our first 2-time pole winner. So we've got 3 seconds to go until the end of... the final qualifying.
Volbrecht has gone wide.
So it looks like Volbrecht is not, and he was purple too after the first sector.
He might still improve, but he's thrown away some time there.
Ethan Graham improves to 13.5. It doesn't put him up a spot though. He's only half a tenth behind Clements there as Edwards steals the pole position away by a tenth off of McIntosh. Ever Van Til puts his car 6th on the grid. But what about Volbrecht? Where is he? He's down in 10th place and he will go 5th. So you got all 5 championship contenders then starting 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th.
Expect McIntosh to lead into turn 1 with the BMW starts. I hope Kermit realises we've actually started, otherwise he might just be sat on the grid.
Oh, yeah, you should have probably messaged him in the chat.
Well, I hope he was told that the start time is 8, because we're about 7 past 8 now.
So it looks like Kermit is going to be starting 12th on the grid and hopefully get his car out on track so he knows that he's there. So let's have a look then at the qualifying order then. It will be championship leader gets that extra point for starting on the pole. So that'll put him on 201 points. McIntosh 2nd, Clements 3rd, Ethan Graham 4th, Volbrecht in 5th. So he's got some work to do, does Tron Volbrecht. Leon Welsh, the returning Leon Welsh, back again after a 2-week absence. He's in there, starting on the 3rd row of the grid. Evan Van Til, just hoping, keep an eye out on him there, that he's going to be a little bit cleaner, hopefully, from Blue Moon last week. So here we go then, round of 16, first race of the finale. Who's going to gain the upper hand in the first race? We're about to find out when the race finishes in about 15 minutes time. So here we go, and it's Edwards, McIntosh, Clements, Graham, and then Volbrecht. That's your top 5. Welsh, Van Til, Schauler, New. 10th place then is Piper. 11th is it's a returning Wiesenborg, and you've got Kermit there down in 12th place. Engine notes rise, 13 laps around Goodwood. Most crucial start of the season. Good start there, and as you said there, but Edwards trying to put the block on McIntosh as they go in to the first corner for the first time. That is it. What is that again? Madrid. Yeah, Madrid corner then. And as you said there, McIntosh has gone into the lead. The BMW gets off the line so much better than the Mazda. Edwards in 2nd, Clements in 3rd, Graham in 4th, and Volbrecht in 5th. The top 5 literally single file there is Ethan trying to go any which way. Right, he's going to go around the outside of Clements as they're going into St. Mary's there. Ethan running a little bit wide. But Volbrecht there just holding on, just sticking into the back of his teammate. And Ever Van Til has already gained the spot. He's up to 6th position. Hopefully he's not going to be the outcome of what has been probably the most exciting championships we've ever had in the history of this series. So Liam Walsh down to 7th place then. Adam Piper on 8th. Is Adam actually on the mediums? I forget.
Yes.
Yeah, Piper is on the mediums, so too will Showler. So Showler's not really going to help, although he's on the inside of Piper, and that's a position change. Oh, Clements is off! Clements is off! Oh, can we get to him?
You got wide out of Woodgate.
And that's made his championship a little bit more complicated. So it was coming into... oh, that's the auto spin curb. Yeah, he must hit the auto spin curb at Woodcote.
And somehow Graham's lost time in it all. He's now behind Van Til in 5th place.
Oh, so absolute disaster then for the defending champion. And yeah, you are right there. Evan Van Til has gone up into 4th place. Not unless if Ethan had made a muck up at the chicane, or as you said, he lost time.
I was looking at Clements. I didn't see if Graham did similar behind or what, but he's lost time. Volbrecht's gone by, as has Van Til.
Yeah, Volbrecht has gained pretty much 2 spots as a result of that there. Leon Welsh back up into where he qualified. Then you got the 2 medium drivers in side by side of Piper and Schauler. And there you can see that red car in the background. Clements, he will be absolutely kicking himself, binning at the corner out of Woodcote on lap 1. And he's got a lot of work to do.
And Edwards has gone wide out of Woodgate twice, but he's managed to keep it in a straight line. It's the advantage of a 4-wheel drive. It's less likely to spin touching the grass, but it might close up between this top 3, which would be, and with Graham and Clements losing points, it would be advantage Volbrecht, Edwards, and McIntosh.
Yeah, indeed. So
particularly Edwards and McIntosh.
Yeah, and also fastest lap though set to Tram Volbrecht with a 1:13.7. But I mean, it's still very early days. We're on lap 3 out of 13. We've got to check on the recovery though of Chris Clements, and he's found a way by Wiesenborg, so he's up to 10th place. Now he's got to find Liam New. Those two were teammates last season. So let's see if Liam New could be a little bit more friendly to Chris Clements here. And again, you still got the 2 team down the 2 BMWs there side by side together. They've pretty much been side by side pretty much the whole lap there, but finally Schauler has got that position, so he's up to P7, Piper down to 8th, and they're trying to hunt down Leon Welsh. But also that guy there, Chris Clements, he's trying to chase those 3 down.
Yeah, the main obstacle that Clements might find is Schauler, who's going to defend for his life to help McIntosh in the points. And Volbrecht just snuck through Edwards. I think Edwards went wide at Woodgate again, and Volbrecht's up to 2nd.
Oh, in fact, he was side by side with... Oh, in fact, yeah, Edwards clipped the grass. He was side by side. He was trying to go around the outside of McIntosh into Woodcote. That was never going to work. And Volbrecht says, thank you, I'll take 2nd place. So his fine form in the last round, especially when he's on the Super Softs, as I said, he's finished no worse than 2nd in the second half of the season when he's racing with the Super Softs. He's got a good chance here to make it 4 wins out of the last 5.
He does. Edwards has made the same mistake every lap, and we saw his pace, and it wouldn't be the end of the world finishing 3rd, but like we say, he's got to make the most of this race. Especially with McIntosh leading the race, the person in 2nd.
Let's keep an eye then on Clements. He's now down to less than a second away from Liam New. He's flashing the lights there, and yet again Piper and Schauler are side by side yet again. So overmore, that's going to help Clements there catch up, gain some more, well, definitely some championship points there, because he can see 3 cars right ahead of him.
And 6th is absolutely possible for Clements. You've got Graham and Van Til fighting, so you never know, something could come out of those 2.
Now then into the chicane then, the top 3 nose to tail then, about half a second separating McIntosh to Edwards then, as we start lap 5. Van Til still in a fine 4th place. Ethan Graham still can't find a way around by the Honda driver, really. Now then is Volbrecht trying to make a look then on McIntosh. Gets a great run though. McIntosh gives him the run. He gives him some space on the left side of the track though, but what about Edwards? What's he going to do? Ethan Graham had a huge wobble out of Madrick, and is trying to get the lead around the outside, and then gets it to the inside of St. Mary's, and Edwards had a great one too. Volbrecht kind of sort of like blocked the run that Edwards was doing there, and Volbrecht has gone into the lead. And McIntosh down to 3rd now, because Edwards has found a way by 2.
Yeah, the attendants worked together. Edwards gave Volbrecht just a little bump, and used the gap that Volbrecht made to go round the outside through St. Mary's. Oh, Clements is already up to 7th. He's already cleared that group of 3 cars.
Oh yeah, now he's got 2.2 seconds to catch up with Leon Welsh now, which he was just about unghosted there, I think. Was Welsh. But anyway, that's allowed Clements then. He's gained 3 more championship points, 7th place, but he's the worst place finisher out of the top 5 drivers there. Schauler's actually down to 10th place because of that.
I think Edwards might just have nudged Volbrecht through the chicane. They both live, but it just brings McIntosh that touch closer, and the BMW has the best straight line speed of all the cars.
Battle change maybe for 4th place. Stephen Graham goes trying to go around the outside of Ever Van Til into Madrick. They go yet again. The Ford on the outside, Honda on the Ford on the outside, Honda on the inside, and it's Graham that gets the position.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure that he squeezed him on the apex to the point they made contact. So Graham, a slight touch fortunately, they didn't get put sideways through all of that, but this top 3 are still going at it.
Yeah, right on board then with the guy who started 2nd place there is Edwards. He's trying to find any which way, breaks early into Levant corner, and McIntosh, has had a bit of a gap there for Edwards to try and stick his Vauxhall in there. No, indeed he doesn't. Volbrecht shuts the door. So it is Volbrecht, Edwards, Schauler, McIntosh, your top 3. Ethan Graham finally found a way by Ever Van Til, and Clements down in 7th place. Now is there an opening here for McIntosh? He's kind of backing out a little bit. Yeah, he lifted a bit going into Woodcote. Maybe another little bit of a nudge from Edwards on Volbrecht again. Oh, braking hard now for the chicane. Again, very careful, very easy to mess up at the chicane. We have seen it before in the past. But them 3 have made the stick again. So on to lap 7, top 3, covered by less than 7/10 of a second.
Welsh has gone wide at the chicane. Clements is going to have a good chance passing into turn 1 here.
Yeah, indeed he is. I don't think Welsh is going to give a fight up here. No, little bit of a nudge there, but it's got Clements back up into 6th place. So the recovery drive from starting 3rd on the grid going well so far. Now he's got 3.3 seconds to catch up to Van Til in the Honda, and we saw whatever it was like last week at Blue Moon. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more respect there when racing against Clements.
Yeah, Clements has time to catch him, and Feth wouldn't be the worst in the world for his recovery, but he'd still be annoyed that he spun out of 3rd place looking at what these lot are fighting, and Edwards got through in Volbrecht, but he's had a bad run. Oh,
and again, there's nowhere for McIntosh to go. Right on board then with Edwards. In fact, McIntosh has gone up into that 2nd spot now as they go side by side into Woodcote. Oh, again, McIntosh just doesn't want to cause any incidents or anything like that. Again, look at them all, top 3, literally just so close to each other. I mean, it's alright for Volbrecht and Edwards. They've been in this situation before, but with McIntosh, he's not. This is new to him. So there's a different kind of pressure on McIntosh, on himself, really.
Yeah, Volbrecht, runner-up last season, Edwards a multiple champion. Like you say, this is new to McIntosh. He's not come into the final round being a championship contender. He's set 2nd, he's ahead of his rival, and 4th in the standings is just in front of him.
Oh, does he have a look on the inside? No, Volbrecht again covers it off.
Edwards has actually taken the fastest lap point, which could be, these fastest lap points could be absolutely crucial to determining the outcome.
Which Lewis has got 7 already this season. Graham's got 3, McIntosh has got 2, Volbrecht has got 2. Clements hasn't even got a fastest lap to his name this season. So Edwards has got this. He could be on course here for 8 fastest laps here. So that's 8 points already for this championship. If he didn't have any of those fastest laps, he'd be battling down. Well, he'd be close to McIntosh in the standings.
Yeah, he'd be 1 point ahead. So these points do add up, as much as they might seem insignificant at the time. They absolutely well add up.
Oh, McIntosh getting a bit close on the grass there, but keeps it going. McIntosh 2nd, Edwards in 3rd. Now let's see the progress then from Clements. He's starting to catch up, but not that much though. 2.8 seconds, so he's gained at least half a second on Everett Van Til in the Honda. I don't think that's going to be enough though to try and catch Everett for 5th place, but I mean, don't forget though, you've got Volbrecht, then McIntosh and Graham and Clements themselves. They're going to be on the mediums, and Edwards is going to be using the mediums for the final round of the season.
Yeah, I think Van Til had Graham's fastest, or his slipstream for the first half of the lap, because he did his PB by nearly half a second, and Clements was only a 10th faster, although Van Til's just gone wide.
Indeed he does. So he's out. He's pretty much nearly out the toe from Graham. Yeah, it's over a second now. So hopefully the gap then from Van Til to Clements has now decreased. Slowly but surely it is. Let's have a look further back down through the field then. Leon Welsh, nice to see him back. Sitting in 7th place. Schauler in 8th. Piper in 9th. Having some pressure from Liam New, the Bathurst race winner. And you got Westenborg in 11th. And Kermit sitting there in last place. But, he's just new to this championship. So welcome along, Kermit. Just trying to gain some experience.
The greatest lap. He's fallen out of the toe of McIntosh and Volbrecht.
Indeed he has. So, now what would you do in this position? What would you do if you're McIntosh? Would you try and help with Volbrecht for like a couple of laps to try and, maintain a bigger gap on Edwards? Or do you just still go for it?
If it was me, I'm playing the strategic game. I'm working with Volbrecht until, say, like the end of lap 11 and then attacking on the last 2 laps. Because if he fights now, that brings Edwards back into it, and if he works to break the toe, he has some space to start fighting.
McIntosh trying to stick half a car on the inside of Volbrecht. He's trying to force a mistake there from Twan, but Twan, he's rock solid at the moment. Like I said, he's one of the hottest drivers of the second half of the season. He's got a 20-point advantage over McIntosh in the 6 races in the second half of the season. But again, McIntosh, like I said, his best finish has been 4 6th place finishes in this track, and he's going to absolutely, definitely beat him. And he could, he's hit the barrier. He hits the barrier, and that's 2nd place for Edwards, and that'll be more championship points gained now.
You've commentators cursed him.
I pretty much have, haven't I? Yeah. Now, what is that going to allow Graham to catch up a bit? Yeah, it's gained down to 1.3 seconds there. I'm so sorry, McIntosh. But again, it's just the pressure, isn't it? Just being in being in your first championship contender. It's the first time. It's definitely a lot of pressure on his shoulders.
It can do that. Some people basically shrug that pressure off. Some people it really gets to them. I don't know if that was pressure. He was very close up behind Volbrecht going through the chicane, so he might just have been a bit unsighted to that inside wall.
Yeah, he's got to be looking over his shoulders very soon because Ethan Graham is also there too. Let's have a look where Clements is. Clements is 1.5 seconds behind Evan Van Til, so it's going to be quite a tasty couple of laps then for Chris if he can get and salvage at least a top 5 finish. He does have a little bit of time though, but probably not that much.
Yeah, he'll probably be on him by the last lap, and then he'll have that 1 lap to attack.
So then out of the chicane they go, then Volbrecht leading from starting 5th on the grid. He is now leading the race. Edwards in 2nd. That costly mistake then from McIntosh. Oh, he has indeed. And look at the run that Clements is going to get now. Here he goes. Flashes the indicator lights there to just let him go by, and that's him up into P5 then. So Clements up to 5th place, and I feel that's the best he could do.
Yeah, that's definitely where he can recover to, unless one of these top 4 have a crash. But yeah, Van Til putting the hazards on there. He was warned about his behaviour after last week, and he probably realises these are the championship contenders. They're the last people you want to have an accident with.
He's dropped way off the pace there. He's already 3.7 seconds behind Clements.
Yeah, he went wide onto the grass out of turn 1.
So he's lost like a lot of momentum. I think the only close battle that we have now is McIntosh to Ethan Graham. It's less than a second now. And we've got about, 1.5 laps to go though. So Ethan, if he can find some sort of second wind in this last lap and a half, he could possibly get a 3rd place. But again, is what the late great Murray Walker says, catching is one thing, but getting by is quite another.
But yeah, Graham's sort of been, ever since he passed Van Til, he was sort of in his own man's land about 3.5, 4 seconds off the leaders, but he's got a sniff of the podium now.
Fastest lap though, set to Twan Volbrecht, the 1:13.197, so he's took away that precious championship point away from Edwards. But Edwards will probably think that's okay because McIntosh, he's ahead of McIntosh. So starting then the last lap of race 1, it looks like it's going to be 4 wins out of the last 5. Well, sorry. 4 wins out of 7, I think it is. I'm just trying to think where it was. It was 4 wins out of 6 then for Twan Volbrecht. And again, yeah, another championship point too for the setting the fastest lap.
This might not be good for Edwards because as it stands, Volbrecht would be second in the championship, and he would be the closest rival to Edwards.
Oh, he wouldn't. But again, more crucially though, that Edwards will still have the super softs for race 2, whereas Volbrecht will have the mediums. So again, you could say it's Edwards' race to lose in race 2.
Yeah, he's realistically going to have no pressure. It's just, will he make a mistake on the first lap?
Here we go then, out of the chicane then. Last time, Tron Volbrecht, 4 wins out of the last 6 races on the Super Softs. Continues his fine run of form. Lewis Edwards second, McIntosh third. Graham came close at the line there. If he had another lap, he could have probably might have had there, McIntosh. Clemens crossed the line to salvage a 5th place then. And then we got to wait a bit of a time then to find Evan Van Til. Good driving from him to finish in 6th place. Leon Welsh crossed the line in 7th. And then you got this gaggle of cars here coming across the line, 8th and 9th, which Adam Piper will be the best placed one. Where's Schauler? Schauler's got a long way down there. Liam New finishes in 9th place. Here comes Schauler in P10.
His lap 11 was a 124, so something's happened there.
Yeah, so problems then for Schauler, but he's got the medium tyres out of the way. Then we've got to wait now for Jeffrey. Is it Jeffrey? I forget.
Westenborg.
Oh, Westenborg. He crossed the line then in 11th place, and then we've got to wait 6 more seconds for the debutant Kermit to cross the line, and there he goes then. So good showing there from Kermit, finishing the race there. So fair play to Kermit, but first blood then really to Volbrecht in race 1. Won the race and set the fastest lap.
Yeah, he's put himself as to be the main contender to Edwards right now.
He really has indeed then. So we'll put the unofficial results there, but I think it was all basically clean. You could say that was quite official because there was no real instance between other cars effectively. Yeah, all nice and clean, which is quite rare for a track like Goodwood to have some clean racing in there. And that's what we wanted to see for the final. So you can sort out the race results, and I'll get going with the points.
So Volbrecht, the in-form driver, takes another win. Edwards in second, so that's now the top 2 in the championship finishing together. McIntosh with that costly mistake taking third, holding it off from Graham towards the end. Clements with a bit of a recovery drive after a lap 1 mistake up to 5th. Van Til with a much improved race in 6th place. The returning Welsh in 7th. Again, a bit of a no man's land race for him. Piper 8th, New in 9th, Schauler with some sort of late mistake in 10th, Westenborg in 11th. He doesn't really know this track, he's kind of learning it on the fly. And then the debutant Kermit in 12th place, and crucially a Volbrecht fastest lap of a 13.1.
So then, I can now safely say that Rob Schauler is now mathematically eliminated to the title. We do have 5 people left. Lewis Edwards now on 218, Volbrecht on 212, McIntosh on 209, Chris Clements on 204, Ethan Graham on 197. So Edwards is race to lose in race 2 because he's on the Super Softs, and all the other drivers behind him in the championship, they're going to be racing on the mediums, as it's quite a damp track now outside at Goodwood.
I'm just letting him know.
Yeah, I've actually also forgot to mention as well in terms of the team standings too. See if I've got time to put the points up on there as well. Actually, let me exit. I forgot to do the teams race too. So where did Piper come out of that? 8th place for Piper. That's not what... Oh, God, I've made a mistake now. I can't remember what Piper had at the beginning. 139, I think it was. Yeah, 139. So, so if I do some mathematics in terms of the teams thing, Piper ended up finishing 8th. That puts him on 147. Now then, for the team standings, Volbrecht and Graham got 1st and 4th. That's 33 points. That puts them on 408. Nissan Racing was 3rd and 10th. That is 21 points. That is 382. And Team Dynamics were 5th and 8th. So that puts them on 354. I make that.
I think we know what happened to Schauler now.
351.
Like Seems like Schouler was hit off by Piper, because Piper has apologised. But Rob hasn't taken his apology very well, let's put it that way.
Well, we know what Rob's like there. He'll be cursing in the other party chat, you know.
It was a swear word, he replied back.
Yeah, okay, lovely stuff then. So then, in terms of the championship, Edwards then leads the way, 6 points from Volbrecht. McIntosh third in the standings now. Clements down to fourth. Graham on 197 now. He's 21 points away from the leader going into the penultimate round of the championship. Fortman Dale is leading the way on 408. Then the Vodafone Nissan team 382. Team Dynamics on 351. And go on.
One other thing that's going to be important for Edwards here is how far back do his championship rivals fall. Because yes, they'll get less points, but that's a higher start for them in race 3, whereas if he wins like he probably should, he's going to be right at the back with medium tyres.
And here's another thing as well to mention as too, because we mentioned about with Clements and the two Fords and McIntosh, they're going to be on the mediums of race 2. Edwards is going to be on race 3, and there's only going to be Ever Van Til as well that's going to be on the mediums. So there's only going to be 2 racers. Ash Sharp was supposed to be on the mediums for race 3, but like we already know, he's not racing. Actually, Kermit would know. Kermit should know that he's going to, since he's replacing Sharp in race 3. So Kermit, Edwards and Van Til are all going to be on the mediums for the final round of the championship. So that could also bog down as well. I mean, it's definitely going to be out of Edwards' hands come the last round because he's on the slower tyres, and the other title contenders, they're going to be pretty much nearly up at the front. So basically, it's out of Edwards' hands now come the final round.
The other medium runners, and then he'll look at the likes of Westenborg and Welsh and New and think, those are the type of people that when they're on super softs, I can beat on mediums, and he'll have to just do that as much as possible. Because I mean, realistically, what's the best you could aim for? Maybe 7th? Something like that.
7th, maybe 8th place, you know?
Yeah, so it all just depends how far do Westenborg and McIntosh and Clements and Graham fall back in this one.
So there's a look then at Schouler. He's got the medium tyres out the way, so he's going to be on the super softs. Volbrecht on the mediums, Ever Van Til. He could actually end up having the podium if he keeps his nose clean, hopefully. He's got a good shot here to get a podium in his 5th race of his BTCC career. But again, how costly was that mistake though from McIntosh at the chicane? That was like 2 points wasted there. Potential 2nd place in the bag, and he just threw it all away at the chicane. And I mean, that is what Goodwood does. That's solid styrofoam chicane, but you know, it can pretty much make or break your race.
It very much can. Every point counts in a situation like this.
Indeed. So Liam has got the 2nd race then underway. Shadow's just saying now, just waiting for everyone else to make mistakes. That's a good strap.
It's worked so far.
It has worked, yeah, indeed. So here we go then, 2nd race then, round 17 of the championship at a dampish Goodwood circuit. It is Volbrecht on Edwards then. Then it is McIntosh, Graham, Clements, Van Til, Welsh, Piper, Liam New. Then it is Schouler in 10th, 11th for Westenborg, and Kermit rounding out the field. 13 more laps around Goodwood. Edwards the only driver on the soft tyres. All the other championship protagonists on mediums. Lights out and away we go. Good start there again from the BMW of McIntosh as they make their way towards Madrid then for race 2 first time. Kermit gets off the line quite well there, so it is going to be Volbrecht that's going to hold on to the lead, but how much can he sustain? How long can he hold back Edwards though? That's the main thing.
Yeah, and Van Til's already jumped Graham on the start, so Graham not a good start. And
he's on the outside of McIntosh. Those two have had history before, like last week at Blue Moon. So they're going in towards St Mary's, and there you go, Van Til now up into 3rd position. And is he going to be a little bit of a bother to Lewis Edwards again, like he was at Blue Moon?
If Edwards can't clear Volbrecht quickly, yes, he very much might be.
Yeah, I think that is what is definitely on Edwards' mind at the moment, because he could probably see that Van Til is now in third place, and what happened with Edwards and Van Til at Blue Moon last week, as he's got an overlap this time on Volbrecht. Volbrecht on the outside, Edwards on the inside, into Woodcote then for the first time. Oh, Volbrecht's run very wide out of there. He's clipped the grass. And now Volbrecht has fallen down to third place, and actually McIntosh has passed Volbrecht too. But actually Edwards must have made a mistake out of the chicane, because Van Til was now leading.
Yeah, the two Mondeos are side by side. Of course, Graham could be eliminated mathematically in this one, depending, right, probably well with Edwards' result. He should win.
There was the
Mondeos
replay.
are side by side.
There was a replay. There's. Sorry, I'm trying to cut you off there. There was a look at the replay of how Edwards made the mistake. He clipped the first part of the solid styrofoam, but he goes around the outside of Van Til into St. Mary's, what Van Til did to McIntosh a lap ago, and he's retaken the lead again.
Yeah, he's done what he needs to, but as it stands, it looks like McIntosh and the Mondeos might not actually fall that far back. Clements has had another disaster. He's down to 9th, although somewhat expected. He's on the mediums, but not the lap 1 or lap 2 he would have wanted. Volbrecht fights back on Graham. I think Graham's let him have it.
Oh, Van Til was trying to make a pass in the grass on Edwards, and Edwards has gone off, as well as Van Til. And through into the lead, possibly goes McIntosh. I'm hoping there was not contact between Van Til and Edwards. Or was it just both of them trying to outbrake each other into Woodcote? Here's a replay. Oh, Edwards put a little bit of a block on, and they tried to lay brake very hard, both of them at Woodcote, and they both went off as a result.
Yeah, this is not what Edwards needs. He's got McIntosh behind. Volbrecht is only in 4th. Volbrecht's got a bit of a run on Van Til. But of course, on the mediums, it might not be his fight.
Is McIntosh on the mediums too? He should be.
He is.
So he's there or thereabouts here. So this could actually pay off wonders here for McIntosh. Just whatever you do, don't hit the tyre barrier at the chicane. Just don't do that. Now look at this mess then for behind Ethan Graham down in 5th place. You've got Leon Welsh in 6th. Then you've got Piper, who's now onto the Super Softs in 7th. Clements, as you said, not a good start yet again. He's down to 8th place on the slower compound tyres. Shaula, I've not seen him improve a bit. He's up to 9th. Started 10th, but you would have thought he would have gone up a few spots, considering he is on the faster tyre.
Yeah, but so were the people around him. As the top 5 are still quite close. Graham's out of the tow of Volbrecht, but the top 4 are all in tow, as Edwards has gone wide again.
And Van Til's closer to the back of McIntosh.
McIntosh will probably realise Van Til's not his fight, and after last week will probably not fight it too hard. Edwards is wide.
Edwards is right away. Oh my goodness me, the pressure is definitely getting to Lewis Edwards here. He's messing up his own championship here. His quest for the 4th championship to be the most winningest driver in the history of the series.
Welsh.
He's gone very wide out of Woodcote. Now what's happened to Welsh? Where does he come from? He's up into 4th place now. Edwards, the plan is absolutely disastrous.
Yeah, I think Graham got held up behind Edwards. Edwards came back and took the inside of the racing line. I don't think Graham expected it and ended up hitting the brakes.
And look at Piper. Piper's on the inside now. Piper's going to upset the party of the Edwards bandwagon, and he's put his BMW up into 5th spot.
Yeah, and
watch out for
Edwards
Graham.
is going to have a hard time. He's going to have a hard time winning this.
And now Van Til's on the inside of McIntosh, and McIntosh smartly lets him by, so Van Til leads the race. Volbrecht is still thereabouts on the medium compound tyres. This has absolutely gone horribly wrong here for Edwards. He's supposed to win race 2. He should be down in 6th.
As it stands, it would be a shootout between Volbrecht and McIntosh, basically, for race 3 for the title.
Oh, like I says, Edwards doesn't have a good record when it comes to the final round of the championship from seasons 13, 14, 15 and 16, as he tries to put an overlap on Adam Piper out of Fordwater, that is. So he's going to have the inside for the first bit of St. Mary's, but Piper, if he can stay in the tow, if he can stay side by side, will have the inside for the second part of St. Mary's, and Edwards is back through.
Yeah, he can still win this, but he's got 4 cars between him and the P1. Van Til needs to run away while he can, because McIntosh is kind of He's squabbling with Volbrecht. Oh, Welsh is off.
Oh, Leon Welsh went off big time. Oh, that's disaster for Leon. And I know he's not had a good record around Goodwood here before. And that must be at Levant corner. So that's 4th place. Easy pickings that for Edwards. So here we go, but into Levant corner. Looks like it was nice and tidy through there, but he just hits the grass on the exit and around she goes. And I think Piper nearly followed suit too.
Yeah, Volbrecht and McIntosh are squabbling hard. It looks like Volbrecht's the quicker car, but McIntosh is fighting it hard.
Everett Van Tilven still leads the way here. We could be on course here for a 10th different winner in the 17 races so far. McIntosh in second. Volbrecht giving McIntosh the old heave-ho, the old traditional bump drafting. But now look who's catching, Lewis Edwards.
Yeah, how hard will they fight him? He's on tyres that are about a second a lap quicker. But he is the biggest rival to these two.
Right,
Plus,
so
even if he does get through, they can hold him back to let Van Til make a gap. He's about 2 seconds clear.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the point standards as it is now, unofficially though. So Edwards will be on 231, McIntosh would be on 226, Volbrecht will be on 227. And don't forget though, McIntosh in second and Volbrecht in third are on the slower compound tyres. Oh, again, Edwards, he's got to be on his best behaviour. He has still got that ban looming over his head. So he's got to make these passes efficiently and cleanly.
Yeah, he's got enough penalty points that if he causes another accident, he'd be disqualified from said race, which would basically instantly end his chances.
So we're going to be starting the second half of the race then. Van Til still leads the way then. The debutant there doing a fine job so far, but it's this battle for second place here that is up for grabs now. McIntosh still has it. Volbrecht in third. Edwards trying to go around the outside of Volbrecht going into St Mary's. Again, he dives out there. Nearly going to be free wide there. Nearly pushing Edwards out on the grass at St Mary's. I think you can tell that Edwards is starting to become a little bit impatient now behind McIntosh and Volbrecht.
He knows that if he doesn't beat them, his chances are slim to none.
Volbrecht makes the move on McIntosh, and that's P2, and he's going to allow Edwards to follow suit as well. And Volbrecht nearly putting a block on Edwards now. So McIntosh down to 4th place. And watch out for Piper. He's also there too. He could upset the party here too.
Yeah, Graham he didn't have a good start to this lap. He got a bit swarmed. Oh, Clements and Schouler.
Here comes Piper. He's sticking his nose in. And McIntosh did the wise thing there, backing out of it.
Oh, Volbrecht's wide.
Oh, Volbrecht's gone wide out of the chicane. Edwards is going to get the run out of that up because start finish line. That's second place now, lap 8. Now what can Volbrecht do?
2.5 seconds to Van Til.
Now, barring if Edwards can't do any mistakes, which he has done already this race before, as Volbrecht puts a couple of wheels on the grass, and he's going to allow Piper to go up into third position. Does he? Side by side, then out of Ford Water. And he's got the position then. So Piper, who had a very good outing at Blue Moon, he picked himself 50 points last week at Blue Moon by gathering a win, a second and a 4th place finish. So Piper having some good form into this last round of the meeting here. But he's got 8 attempts though to catch up on Edwards, and he's starting to gain on him. He's pretty much now just about in the toe of the championship leader. Can he throw a spanner in the works?
He could. What else could help is for McIntosh. He's got his teammate behind, the one who is totally dedicated to helping McIntosh. So could Schouler get involved and perhaps bump draft McIntosh back past Volbrecht?
And he could help as a bit of a buffer though to McIntosh, because I can see him, he's going defensive as Clements is trying to find any which way on McIntosh, because he's also got Graham behind him as well in 8th place, followed by Liam New, and then you got in 10th place, who would that be? That is Leon Welsh after binning it out of Levant, I think that was there. And you got Westenborg in 11th, followed by Kermit in 12th. But again, Evan Van Tilven holding his own, 2.5 seconds the advantages and slowly going up. Piper still trying to stay in the toe of Edwards. Let's see.
Schouler's like doing some defensive work against Clements. He knows that 2 of the title rivals against McIntosh are behind him. And it's the one sat 4th and 5th in the standings. And New is also there now. He might pass Graham.
Yeah, that should be in the script as well for Ethan Graham as we ride on board then with Liam New, the winner at Bathurst at race 3 2 weeks ago. And can he also throw a spanner in the works there by trying to get by Clements and Graham in the process? He's got a set of hards, I think it is in the third race. No, he doesn't. He got rid of his medium tyres in race 1. So he's on the super softs. He's good to go. As Clements looks like he nearly ran off at Woodcote, but looks like that was a good run out of Woodcote then for Liam New into the chicane. Then sticks a couple of wheels on the grass, so he's going to lose a little bit of momentum. In fact, he's actually gaining.
And we saw, remember at Brands Hatch, I think it was last season, between New and Graham, they have a bit of history.
Oh,
they
yeah,
there
was
been sense.
Well, except for the contact
New's
at
given a
Spa.
bump draft. Yeah, New's given a bump draft.
Yeah, definitely no love lost between these two former teammates of season 15, which New helped Graham to the title. Now, what's happening further forward then? It looks like Showler is catching up to McIntosh, but he's going to be playing as like a safety net for the guys behind. Now, is Piper
be the number 2 role?
Yeah. Now that he is mathematically eliminated, yeah. So what's Piper going to do? He's just about there in the toe of Edwards. The gap is still 6/10 though, but we've got about, what, roughly 3 laps to go for Evan Till to win on his 5th race in his career. But the gap is coming down
as well.
Oh, and that could also upset with the fastest lap award to Lewis Edwards.
It's not going to be purple doing that out the last turn.
Yeah, definitely not, though, and he's actually lost a toe because of it.
Yeah, if he took the fastest lap as well, it would really knock Edwards away, because he's only caught... Like, Van Til was faster than Edwards in the last lap. And if Piper's wide, he's going to hit the wall.
Oh, he has done. Don't spin the car. He's going to come out right in front of the back of the pack here.
Oh!
Whoa, that was close there. We just caught an onboard camera with the back of Piper and just Volbrick turning sharp right on him.
He had to lift off. This might give McIntosh the run.
Just having a look at a replay then as the car just understeered out of Madgwick. Does a good job there, and then yeah, Volbrick trying to get a toe, and I think he was committed to go to the right side of the track, but then Piper stuck his car down there. So good evasive driving that from Volbrick, but he is in 3rd place, so he's not going to lose too much ground on Edwards for the title. That'll be another 2 points lost.
Side. Scheffler's going to bump draft.
Yeah, and again, you can see the two teammates there. They're going to work cohesively together as what Schauler's doing there. That is perfect bump draft, and then yet again. And is this going to allow Schauler an opportunity to get by Volbrick too? Watch out for Piper. He's gone in way deep out of Woodcote, and he's off again. Now, is he going to play the team role and maybe let Clements go by to gain the championship point? Because he's now all over the back now of Piper. So will Piper play a team role and maybe let him by?
Who knows? Piper's on the Supra, so he probably thinks he can regain some of the places. Schauler went wide out of the final turn. Ideally, Schauler would want to get between McIntosh and Volbrecht.
Now, watch out for the run that Liam New is getting now. Liam New's got a good toe there because Clements had to check up on Piper's braking in the first corner.
Oh! Volbrecht and McIntosh.
Oh, they're side by side into St. Mary's then. And it looks like the McIntosh is just about holding on. It's getting feisty. I saw
Volbrecht slightly sideways on the grass.
Look at this trade of cars then. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th. And they're all separated by just nearly 2 seconds.
Schauler is just he's gonna try and get in between these two and back them up. Give McIntosh a gap. I think Volbrecht's probably aware of that.
This is going to end in tears here, folks. This really is, with the mess of cars that's going to be in here there. Piper not really helping Clements there.
This is Schauler's chance.
This is his chance, and little chicane, and he's through. He's up into 4th place. That's crucial there.
That is very crucial. That's exactly the game they would have wanted to play. Schauler sit behind and be the rear gunner. Let McIntosh take the 3rd place.
And now Clements is under some threat now from Ethan Graham, who does the switcheroo to I forgot that corner now. And he's got that Madrick, yeah, and he's got 7th place. So Clements now down to 8th place. Now what can Piper do? Does he try and hold up Graham to let Clements go by? He has been a very good team driver this season. He has definitely improved a lot. But he's now got to think about Clements here because he's down to 8th place. What does he do?
Who knows? I don't think Piper from this position would give it up.
Oh, okay.
And
So
Edwards
Piper back
hasn't
to
done
his
enough
usual
on
way.
Van Til.
He hasn't, no. So unless Van Til keeps the chicane nice and tidy, we're going to have ourselves a 10th different winner in the 17 races. And that is definitely a record. I believe we did have 9 one time. I can't remember what season it was. We definitely had 8, but we've never had double figures of first-time winners of the season. As Edwards has lost it, nearly clips the barrier on the exit, though. Van Til gets his first win of the season on his 5th attempt. Edwards across the line then in 2nd place, but nearly disastrous there. McIntosh, that is a solid 3rd place finishing for him, and solid team driving there as well to Schauler. He crosses the line in 4th place. Also helps the team standings too. Volbrecht in 5th, Piper 6th, Graham 7th, Clements in 8th. So Piper really didn't do anything to help Clements. Then Liam New 9th place, Leon Welsh in 10th. Now we've got to wait a long time before we find Jeffrey Wiesenborg as he makes his way out of Woodcote, and he will cross the line in 11th place, but he's going to be starting on the front row alongside Kermit, who's going to be starting on the pole position, as that was a lovely bout there from Liam. So there goes Westenborg, and here comes Kermit. But he's going to be starting on the pole for the finale. And there you have it then. Ever Van Til, 10 different winners this season.
That's a hell of a record.
And I don't think that's going to be broken for quite a while too, I reckon. Also, again, I think that was Edwards' 8th fastest lap of the season. So, again, gained another championship points there. So, there is the unofficial results as you try and set up race 3 for the finale, for the reverse grid. So, while you do that, while you do that and sort out the unofficial results from race 2, I will sort out the points coming into the final round.
Yes. So Van Til, what turnaround for him from his misdemeanors last week to a race win here at Goodwood. Edwards, he really needed to capitalise on that race, especially with the results of Volbrecht and McIntosh. Schauler played the perfect team role there. I think he'll get out of the way of, or he'll help McIntosh a lot in this race, because I think he'll be starting 1 place ahead. Volbrecht 5th, Piper 6th, Graham in 7th, Clements 8th. I think those two will be mathematically out. New in 9th, Welsh with a mistake when he was running in 4th, finishing 10th. Westenborg 11th, Kermit 12th, and then this time in Edwards' fastest lap.
Right then, so after all is said and done, I'm just doing the team points as well, 3 and 4. That is, it's pretty close there, I have to say, between the team standards too. Team Dynamics, where were they? 6th and 8th. I don't think they're in the hunt to win the team standings now. So it's a 2-horse race then for the team's championship. But more importantly, the driver standings as it is. Lewis Edwards sits on 236 points. He does have a considerable margin over Xavier McIntosh. He's on 224 points. Twan Volbrecht on 223. Clements and Graham are both being eliminated now. So Clements is on 212, Ethan Graham on 206. It is a 3-car battle for the last round of the championship, and both McIntosh and Volbrecht are on the super softs. Edwards is the one on mediums. In the team standings, Ford Mondeo on 427, Nissan Vodafone Racing on 410, Team Dynamics down to 329. They can't be caught, they can't catch up then to both Ford or Nissan. So it's a 3-car battle for the drivers' standings, and it's a 2-car battle for the team's championship, and it's all down to the last round of the season.
Edwards has a good gap, so McIntosh or Volbrecht will want to win this race. They'll have to, and for Edwards to get less than 12 points, I think what'll he need, about 7th for one of them to win it.
If Volbrecht was to win the race, then Edwards has to finish at least 7th or higher, because if it comes down to a tie on points, it's most wins, Volbrecht would have it, because he would have had 5 wins to Edwards' 3. So for McIntosh to win, McIntosh needs to win, so then Edwards has to finish 7th or above, I think.
Plus, there's a very high chance that one of those two, or even Graham or Clements, could get the fastest lap. And like we say, that point is turning out to be very, very crucial.
Indeed, yeah. So we're going to keep an eye out here on that as well. So what I'll try and do is I will give you the up-to-date standings as we go along. Oh, this is just going to be so intense, this. You know, all the drivers, you know, Edwards, he's been in this position before. Volbrecht was sensational his rookie season. He's there again, fighting for the championship. McIntosh, we said at the start of the stream, he's never been in this position before. He's definitely improved his bad form that he's had at Goodwood. You know, he's had back-to-back third-place finishes. It's, you know, Volbrecht and McIntosh, they've got to put it all on the line here, and then Edwards, it's out of his fate now. It's out of his own hands. He's on the slower tyres, and the other two drivers ahead of him, they're on the faster compound tyres.
Yeah, it kind of is and isn't in his hands. That he has a target of 7th or higher, that he can win it, but doing 7th or higher is going to be difficult, because whereas
there's only going to be three. There's going to be two other drivers on the mediums, and it's going to be Kermit and Van Til.
Yeah, whereas McIntosh and Volbrecht got 3rd and 5th. That's because they started at the front. Edwards is going to have to start 11th place, and he's going to have to go forwards rather than just sort of hold off like those guys had to.
I think they're discussing in the chat here what happened with Piper when he went off at Madrick, and he went over to the left-hand side. And as I was saying there, I think Tron was committed to go to the right side of the track, but the problem was that Piper was going over to the left-hand to move out of the way. So I think there's been a bit of an incident between Volbrecht and Piper, and they're trying to discuss it in the chat.
Yeah, I did see that one. I thought Piper moved a bit late, and that's what caused Volbrecht to lose out to McIntosh. So obviously he won't be too pleased with that one.
No, definitely not. But he does have the advantage, though. He will be starting ahead of McIntosh come the last race. But the only problem, they've got some work to do. Oh, nice jump there from Liam. Liam just going a bit of grass rooting here. Oh, and he's going to... Oh, my goodness me, Liam. Dearie me. Still going after him before the race has even started. Would you definitely say that season 17 has definitely been possibly the best season in the history of of its series?
Well, I'm going to be a bit biased and say season 8 and season 12, but from a competition standpoint, absolutely. Having 3 cars still in it at the final round, and we don't know who's going to win, because you can get here and have a couple people mathematically in it, and you sort of go, X person needs a disaster. We don't know which of these 3 are going to win. We could try and work it out, but we have no clue. It's all going to depend on what Edwards can do, and if either Volbrecht or McIntosh win, and with fastest lap, will really help.
So here we go then. Drivers then tensed up. Another 13 laps at Goodwood. So this is it. Liam is starting the final, and we are getting the last race underway. It's a reverse grid order from the results from race 2. So therefore, it'll be Kermit will be starting on the pole, followed by Jeffrey Wiesenborg. Third will be Leon Welsh. What's up for him? He's had 2 podium finishes, actually, in the last rounds of seasons 13, 14, 15 and 16. He could be one to watch too. Liam New in 4th. Clements in 5th. Graham in 6th. Piper 7th. 8th is Volbrecht. 9th is Schauler. McIntosh is 10th. Edwards on the mediums 11th. And the winner from the winner 1 round ago, Emma Van Til, starting 12th on the grid. Engine nose rise then. Last round of the championship is underway, and it looks like it's a good start from Kermit from the front row, but watch out for Liam New in the Mitsubishi too. He's going to try and go on the inside of Liam Welsh then as he go in towards Madrick for the first time in the final round of the season. But so far, Kermit is going to lose that lead then to Wiesenborg. And now Liam New has gone up into 2nd place. It's a Volvo 1-2, and Clements is up to 4th place, but he's not in the hunt for the championship now.
Yeah, McIntosh has had a good first lap. He's up to 7th, might be up to 6th here.
Yeah, Kermit's actually moving out the order. I think he's moving out of people's way here because he doesn't want to upset people's championship, which is fair play. Fair play there to Kermit. Edwards still up to 10th place as he's Volbrecht getting a little sideways there on Schauler.
Yeah, Schauler's going to be the defensive man.
Edwards! God, that was a good save there from Edwards, but he's down in 11th spot.
Yeah, Graham, now that he's not mathematically in it, he might be a blocker to McIntosh here, but McIntosh has a nose-in coming up to Woodkit.
Yeah, he's got the inside here, as you said. And Graham, Graham, looks like Graham just let him by there. So McIntosh now up into P5 from starting 10th, I think it was. So that's a solid start there for McIntosh. Volbrecht hasn't had the start he wanted. He's down in 8th place. In fact, he's on the grass out of the chicane. Did he have a bit of help there from Schauler?
I don't think so, but now Schauler is ahead, and Schauler, in fact, Edwards has dropped behind Van Tel. Schauler can be a big part here, with Edwards and Volbrecht behind.
Oh, he clipped the second part of the barrier. That's how Volbrecht went off there. So no contact then from Schauler to Volbrecht. That was just Volbrecht in there making a driver mistake. But so far still, Volvo 1-2. Clements in 3rd. Piper 4th. It's a Team Dynamics 3-4. Then you've got Xavier McIntosh in 5th position. Championship standing as it is. McIntosh will be on 2-3-6. And Lewis Edwards is... who's that gone off? That's Kermit. Kermit's gone off there. Edwards in 10th position. That will give him 242. It's still good enough though for Edwards to win his 4th title.
Yeah, but McIntosh has got past Clements.
Oh, Clements is on the grass there, out of Levant. He's on the Levant straightaway now. Now he's going to be on the outside of Piper. Look at Liam New. He's going to be a bit of a blocker here, maybe trying to help out Westenborg, have ourselves an 11th different winner out of the 18 races.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't do anything silly trying to get this one too, because he's got a couple of the championship contenders in that train behind him, and Volbrecht has gotten past Schauler.
Yeah, so that's 7th place then to Twan. But all eyes then on McIntosh, as he is the best place of the drivers that are fighting for the championship, as New sort of going defensive. Piper trying to weave left and right to try and put Liam New off now. Is that going to allow... McIntosh is getting a double toe out of the pair of them. They make contact on the straightaway, and McIntosh is trying to bump draft Liam New. He can't find a way by because they're still making contact. More contact! Piper's off! Now where's he going to come out? Is he going to come out right into... Oh, he's actually spun it. He's been reset. Oh, he's actually spun it.
That's 100% going to be a penalty for Liam New.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like he did kind of squeeze him a bit into St. Mary's. Yeah, he just drove right into him. And then smashes into the tyre barrier.
And now McIntosh is through. So he's up to 2nd.
He's up to 2nd place, but Edwards is up to 9th. So what does that do to the standings then? McIntosh will be on 241. Edwards will be on 243 points. 2 points the difference though. But he's got to get the lead away from Wiesenborg.
He should do, and if he can take fastest lap away from him, then that's even more in his ballpark.
Yeah, because if McIntosh manages to find a way by Wiesenborg, he would be leading the championship by 1 point. It's a 3-point difference. 17 for 2nd, 20 for a win.
Oh, and Volbrecht's off.
Oh, Volbrecht went off, and it's all gone completely wrong, and now Edwards is up to 8th. Now, what happened here was that... Did he go off on himself?
McIntosh is leading. He's in the lead.
He's in the lead, okay. So, that could also be crucial too, because if he wins the race...
off.
Oh my goodness me, it's all happening in the last race there. Tensions absolutely aplenty. Where is he? Where is Ethan? Piper's going off at St. Mary's too.
And Edwards is up to 6th.
Oh, he's gone off career and off into St. Mary's. Yeah, Edwards up to 6th position. It's absolute tense here with all these drivers, for sure. And the most coolest guy of them all so far is McIntosh. He has to do he's basically done what he has to do. But with Edwards, the car's going off left, right, centre. Shaolin nearly losing the rear out of Woodcote. Oh, careful! Oh my days, man. Now that's going to hold up Edwards here. Now that's going to allow Welsh and maybe Graham for a bit of a run out of the chicane as Piper runs off yet again.
Yeah, what could be costly for Edwards is that he has both the Fords and Piper behind on the Super Softs. Admittedly, Piper is more of a gap.
Sorry, go on.
As well in the constructors, this is playing into the hands of Nissan. They're sitting 1st and 5th, while the Fords are squabbling over 8th place.
And you were just showing us in there too that you said that McIntosh is leading the race. He's also got the fastest lap of the race too. So far that's 21 points now for McIntosh. That puts him on 245. Edwards puts him on 246. It's not enough yet. Edwards needs to lose by 2.
Is the car behind. Oh
yes, he's managed to get by Leon Welsh as well as Ethan Graham. But I mean, Ford, if they don't win the driver's standings, they can win the team's championship, and that's what they're going to go for. And you can see Volbrecht trying to put Edwards off by flashing the lights. Oh, God. Oh, is Edwards? Does he hold into... Yeah, he has. Okay. That looked a bit tight. That was very close.
Clements is up to third as well.
Actually, just by saying that, if Volbrecht's managed to get by Edwards, that'd be still good for McIntosh to win the championship, because he would have 4 wins to Edwards' 3. They'll be tied on points, but McIntosh would have 4 wins, and Edwards has only got 3 wins. As Volbrecht nearly runs onto the grass, as well as Ethan Graham, they're both going to be working together. Oh!
I feel a 13.5 might not be safe enough for fastest lap.
I feel that if you think that Volbrecht and Ethan Graham would be free enough away from Edwards, you feel that Volbrecht could take the fastest lap as Ethan gets it sideways out of St Mary's. But Edwards defending the race for his 4th championship of his life. He's blocking Witch away. He's got to be careful. He can't be doing too much blocking.
So if Edwards comes 8th and McIntosh doesn't have fastest lap, do they tie and McIntosh wins on countback?
Right, so if you're saying fastest lap then, so McIntosh would be on 2:44. If Edwards, what did you say Edwards would be in 7th?
8th, because he's got both the Fords on him.
Well, they'll be both tied on points. However, McIntosh, like I said, will have 4 wins. Edwards will have 3, so the championship will still go to McIntosh.
So Edwards, it's important. He needs to hold off these Fords.
Yeah, and he's got another 6 laps to do it.
Yeah, Piper is sat in 11th on the super softs, but he's
just making mistakes.
Zero progress.
As
and Westenborg is off.
I just noticed that Kermit has also made a mistake. You said
Westenborg
going
off is crucial, because if Edwards get passed by the Fords now, he's only 7th and not 8th.
Oh yes, he he's up. Yeah. So here's a look then. Is this he just runs right out of Madwick? He does.
Westenborg. Not Westenborg, Volbrecht. Sorry.
Volbrecht? Oh God, where's Volbrecht? Where is he? There he is! What's happened to him?
He made a mistake into St Mary's.
That could also be crucial for the team's championship as well. Oh, he just dipped on the grass. He just dipped the left rails on the grass. And again, it's just those fine margins. Absolute nerves aplenty then come the last race of the championship.
Volbrecht still has time to get back into it. They can't seem to find a way past Edwards.
Yeah,
but Graham's turn now, but Volbrecht didn't do anything.
But Edwards is still blocking about all over the place. He's got to be careful. He can't be doing too much blocking.
Yeah, he's got the penalty points that he can't misbehave. Graham's going to have a look at the inside.
Oh, he's thinking about it. And again, Lewis, they're touching the grass. Championship standings then as it is right now. Unofficially, Lewis Edwards 247, McIntosh 245. He's got a 2-point buffer. There's Edwards.
Does McIntosh needs to hope this fastest lap is good enough or improve. Because Clements also is in 2nd and has been catching slightly these last couple of laps, so McIntosh needs to find a little bit more pace.
I think Liam Welsh has had a mistake. He's down in 9th place. He was behind Volbrecht. I think, he was ahead of Volbrecht, so that's put Volbrecht back up into 7th place. But again, Ethan Graham, he just can't find any which way on Edwards.
No, Edwards is proving hard to pass.
Now, here's this for a story. They're catching up to Showler in 4th place. Oh, look at the run that Graham's getting on Edwards now out of Woodcote. Now, do you think Showler is going to slow down and hold up Edwards so we can allow both Graham and Volbrecht to go by? There's a theory.
It's possible. He might play that team game. It's whether he knows that Edwards' position is currently enough. Because Volbrecht is starting to catch back in.
Just about. But again, Ethan just can't find a way by Edwards. Edwards is... He does have a great run, but again, we've got to be very careful what Edwards can do here. He's given the inside then to Ethan Graham, and he's through. He's up to 5th place now, so Edwards down to 6th. So what does that do to the standings then? 246 to McIntosh, Edwards, 245 to McIntosh. Only 1 point in it now. Volbrecht he's got to find 1.3 seconds on Edwards and get by Edwards, and then the championship will be McIntosh's.
But it's the case of once Volbrecht gets into though, can he steal the fastest lap? The fastest lap point is gonna be crucial, and you look back at race 1,
yeah,
McIntosh, his mistake, could be the deciding factor.
Oh my god, this is accurate. Here we go, people. Oh, what if Volbrecht didn't always go? He's gone off completely off there, clips the barrier, so he's going to lose more time now. I tell you what, Volbrecht is really trying out here. He's just... yeah, he's lost nearly a second now on Edwards.
Edwards has just dropped out of Graham's toe, so he might be an easier target for Volbrecht now. But he's only got 3 and a bit laps to catch 2 seconds.
I mean, Edwards could be fine if Volbrecht keep making those mistakes. He'll be laughing all the way to the bank. Now, where is Schauler? Schauler in 4th place. The gap to Ethan Graham is 2.3 seconds, so I think it might be too big of a gap then maybe not to hold them guys up.
I think Schauler will probably be focusing on trying to get new to try and
maximise
the possibilities of getting the team's title.
Well, we'll give you a rundown of that at the moment then.
Clements is purple.
Oh, well, this could be huge.
And Kermit is being close to being lapped.
Yeah, Kermit's going to be very close to being a lap down here. So will Clements upset... okay then. Okay, never mind. Then fair play to Kermit. But what about this lap time for Matt? He's got the fastest lap. So now McIntosh does not have that fastest lap. So it's 2:44 to McIntosh compared to a 2:46 to Lewis Edwards. 2 points now it is.
Yeah, so you either need to take fastest lap back and hope that Volbrecht gets Edwards, because now it's kind of in neither of their hands. Edwards, it doesn't matter if he loses to Volbrecht, but McIntosh needs to get the fastest lap back. And
Ever Van Til is like 5.5 seconds down the road. So if Edwards does the smart thing, let Volbrecht go by, he'll still win the championship by 1 point.
And Piper could have been the spanner in the works, but he's just having a terrible race.
Indeed he is, yeah, down in 11th place.
1 minute 26s.
But it's not over until it's over, and again Volbrecht flashing the lights to put Edwards off. Now if Edwards
is up on his PB,
again,
which is only 500ths off the fastest, so if he has a good chicane, he might have the fastest lap back.
Oh, don't make a mistake out of there, which he hasn't done. So is this going to be the fastest lap back then to McIntosh? He crosses the line and takes it back, but Clements beats it again by 0.5 tenth.
This fastest lap is going to be the deciding factor. McIntosh is in his head probably thinking, Chris, beep off.
Oh my goodness me, there's like nearly 1.5 laps to go.
Oh,
now where's
Volbrecht's
off? Volbrecht has crashed, and that could be the championship right there for Lewis Edwards.
Yeah, I was about to say he's quite close. He could have had a run, but then I didn't see him.
Oh, he just understeered in again at Madrick, and there she goes, around she went.
And now Graham was the fastest lap.
Well, okay. And in fact, actually, Van Til has got by Volbrecht now. So Van Til, who started last on the grid, he's up to 7th place now. But as it stands right now, it is Edwards to become the first driver in this history to have won
Schauler's
4 touring car titles. Yeah, Schauler does have new. And I think after all of this, then Nissan could end up winning the team's championship, as that's Clements. Clements has gone off. Clements has gone off at the chicane. It's a 1-2 for Nissan.
Wow, and Clements is taking his time rejoining. Edwards has gained a place.
Is it the same what happened in race 1? Indeed it was. He clipped the curb. The same thing what he did on lap 1, race 1.
So it gains Graham a place, but also now Schauler's up to 2nd, so it's more of a gain for Nissan.
It's more of a gain for Edwards too, because he's up to 5th position.
And it puts Liam New back on the podium.
Indeed it does. So it's a Nissan 1-2, Volvo 3, Ford in 4. But Edwards, if he can hold on to 5th place, he will take his 4th touring car title.
Yeah, he'll need to have a hell of a crash to lose it. He'd need to crash and lose about 15 seconds to drop behind Van Til.
247 points Edwards would be on to McIntosh's 244 now, but he's lost the fastest lap there. But I mean, that battle for 2nd place is not over yet. Liam New can smell some blood, as well as Ethan Graham.
Yeah, I think they're all a bit too far apart to make a move, barring someone messing up at the chicane. Graham has the toe and is almost 2.5 tenths purple.
So here comes McIntosh. He's weaving across the line there. It's his 4th win of the season. He's done what he had to do. As it is an absolute mess then towards the chicane. It looks like Schauler's going to get a 1-2 for Nissan. Liam New gets third. Ethan Graham gets 4th. But this man, Lewis Edwards, the first driver in the championship. 4 championships for Lewis Edwards. And man, that 5th place would be so good to him. Drivers just fell off by the wayside, and easy pickings for Lewis Edwards.
We have to remember as well for the team's points that New is probably gonna get a penalty for his incident with Piper, and that might even, I think, put Edwards up to 4th, because he was just inside 5 seconds.
Oh, indeed. Was he? Oh, yeah, just about. Very, very close, though. But, it still makes the odds, though. It's allowed Lewis Edwards, the first driver then. He was in the free club alongside Jake Hill when he won it in seasons 5, 6 and 7. But Lewis Edwards, season 11, season 12, season 15, and he is your season 17 champion. What an absolute battle there. Again, fair play to McIntosh, and you said it, you called it, that mistake when he clipped the chicane in the first race has pretty much ultimately cost him the championship.
Yeah, it shows the tiniest mistakes. He did everything right up until that point, and then the one mistake in race 1, those 3 points that he lost, were championship deciding.
Indeed, yeah. So you do the unofficial results then for race 3 while I sort out the team standings.
Yeah. So a BMW 1-2 or a Vodafone Nissan 1-2 to end the season. We'll hear in a minute if they've won the team's title. That'll do their efforts no harm. McIntosh first, Schauler second, New in third, but he's likely to have a penalty for taking Piper off. Graham 4th, Edwards your 4-time champion in 5th, Clements 6th, Volbrecht with an uncharacteristically bad race for him. A couple of mistakes and incidents and just didn't go great from our race 2 winner. Van Til in 8th, Welsh in 9th, Westenborg in 10th, Piper the one who was taken off by New in 11th, and then Kermit in 12th, and then Graham with the fastest lap point, which who knows could be decisive.
So here we go then. I'm just trying to sort out with the driver standings in. So like you said there, Lewis Edwards 247. He finished ahead at 3 points of Xavier McIntosh and 244. Twan Volbrecht ended it with 232 points. The pressure got to Twan a bit there. I think he was a little bit flustered in the last race there. To the team's championship then, with the 1-2 result for Nissan is not good enough. Fordman Dale won it by just 2 points. Fordman Dale 449 to Vodafone Nissan Racing's 447 points. Nissan basically did everything they did there in the last race. McIntosh did everything he could have done in that last race to win it, and exactly what he did. The team's got a 1-2, but it was just not good enough. Fordman Dale won it by just 2 points in the end. So congratulations then to Fordman Dale by the scruff of their neck, and again congratulations there to Lewis Edwards, making history, the first ever 4-time champion. What about that then?
Yeah, I mean, if you look provisionally as well, barring a potential New penalty, McIntosh's mistake in race 1 might have cost BMW the team's title as well, because it was only 2 points and a drop from second to third.
Yeah, it did. So the commentator's curse there. Oh well, I'm sorry. But no, what an incredible season that was then. Definitely the best for me anyways. But yeah, that has been season 17. What a season, Liam. Absolute incredible there. 5 drivers coming into the last round fight with a hope of winning the championship. 10 different winners. That's a record. 5 pole winners in 6 qualifyings. This championship had absolute everything.
Yeah, it's everything you could have hoped for. Lots of different winners. minor points coming down to deciding both titles, all the winners, the 5 coming into the final round, we can only hope that next season is just as good.
Yeah, indeed. And also, we haven't touched up on that as well, but I think we need to clear the air about it, is that the news is out that we're going to be moving away from the FTR channel, I think, and we're going to be moving over to Racing League TV. They've been interested in this league. They've been thoroughly enjoying our coverage, and they've done a bit of communicating back and forth, and they've agreed to have this series on that channel, which is going to be great for this league's expenditure.
Yeah, it'll hopefully get us out to a bigger audience, give us more interest for people watching or people wanting to even come race with us, so yeah, it can only be a good thing.
Indeed, it will. Just seeing that Ethan Green did get the fastest lap. Yes. So, anyways, yeah. So, looking forward to that. Then I don't. When is season 18 going to be starting?
I think the 29th of December. So, sort of 3 weeks without racing over, the Christmas period.
Yeah. So get the drivers to recharge their batteries and then get going again in 3 weeks. Then. So, hope to see you all on Racing League TV. And I think we're pretty much going to end the stream right here then. So again, my thanks as always to Liam McEwen for commentating on this amazing series. It's been definitely one of the best for sure. And I cannot wait for season 18. What cars are we racing then for next season?
I honestly can't remember. I think it's 2001. Don't quote me on that.
Oh, okay then. Okay. So we could see some free teams then, maybe, because there wasn't a lot of touring cars then. Oh well, we never know. We'll get to find out on the 29th then on the Racing League TV YouTube channel then. So we'll just end the stream right now then. So thank you for me watching this brilliant, this one of the best series out there so far, the BTCC Championship Season 17. I can't sugarcoat it anymore, like my throat is nearly going. Anyways, we're going to end the stream now. So I've been Sean.
And I've been Liam.
And thanks again to everyone that's been taking part in this, and thanks to the people that are watching this. We'll see you in Racing League for Season 18.